365, no sleep. Wake up. 365, no sleep. Wake up.
Welcome to another edition of Gain and Retain 365, where our goal is to educate and motivate aspiring entrepreneurs on how to get started. Today we have a very important guest. I'm allowing him to introduce himself.
My name is Corey Bester, and I'm representing Mind Over Matter Fitness. That's exactly what I do. I'm a personal trainer.
That's what's up, my guy. That's what's up, man. How long you been in the business, man?
Since 2017. This year is like my official year of doing it full time. At first, I was doing it part time. I was working and then doing it part time, stuff like that. So that's really about, let's see, since January, I think. Since January 1st, I believe.
So you coming up on a solid year, 100% self-employed.
Yes, sir.
Man, how has that journey been?
It has its ups and it has its downs for sure. I say I work more for myself than I have any other corporation. It's all day. It's an all day thing. Just sitting there trying to think of different ways to, broaden my brand, help someone with an illness as far as they might have tendonitis, arthritis, scoliosis, high blood pressure, stuff like that. So you just got to stay on your P's and Q's on how you can help this person or these individuals without actually hurting them. Yeah.
Wow. Corey, take me back, man. What pushed you into this industry, man? What pushed you into physical fitness?
My pops, originally, my pops always been a gym rat. So I just remember me being a kid and me always wanting to go with him. So me just walking through the gym, seeing everybody working out and stuff, and then seeing him being so big and brolic. So that was the main thing right there. And then he used to always make me do push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, bear crawls, all down the hallway and stuff like that. So that was the first thing right there. And then the second thing was just my family in general, because I lost a lot of my family members due to health issues like diabetes and high blood pressure and stuff like that. And that made me want to change my family at first, and then I ended up having my son, so that made me be all the way 100 with it and take it seriously. So that what made me go back to school when I had my son.
Okay. So you pretty much grew up in it.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. So I know the ins. I already knew the ins and outs of it before I went to school. I just didn't know the professional side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then losing certain family members to illnesses, it made you adapt a more healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. I remember losing, I think, like 4 family members back to back to back.
Really?
Yep. One died from a massive heart attack. One died from diabetes. She had both her legs amputated, and the doctor said that she would actually survive, or she would live for a long amount of time because she had both her legs amputated. Then I had another family member die from high blood pressure, and I had another family member die from diabetes. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was some tough losses at that because I was close to all of them.
I understand. Yeah. Man, to say the least, health is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do nothing without it.
That's a fact.
Man, so I see you mentioned that before you went back to school, you what type of training did you have to do prior to becoming a physical fitness trainer?
I did I did 2 years in school, and then it was like different semesters. Like our school actually had a gym in it.
Okay.
So that was like our lab. So we would do our school work, like the book part of it, the first half, and then after that we would go to the gym, and we would have to basically make up our own workouts based off of what we just learned that day and test it on each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that for 2 years, and then after that I had to actually take my certification test through. You can either do NASM or what was the other one? I can't remember the other one because we had 2 different books. We had NASM and we had the other one. We could choose on which ones we could do, and I chose NASM.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it took you a year?
So it took me 2 years to graduate, and the NASM test, it only took me like an hour. It was like 150 tests.
So that's how long it normally takes, 2 years for the training?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the theory and hands-on?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the school I went to. So some people they might go, cause I just did personal training. Cause some people might do something else as far as coaching. So they might have to do 4 years or something like that, or they might have to do an online thing where they can just do that, take a test, and then they can get it like that. So, but I did mine the long way, so that way I can actually have a breakdown and I can do hands-on, so I can fully understand what it is that I'm doing before I go to someone or have a client come to me and I don't want to hurt them. You know, I want to actually know what I'm doing,
Right.
so I can actually help them instead of hurt them. Because a lot of trainers, they don't really take it serious. They just look at it like, all right, you know, I'm a trainer. I can do this, I can do that. They don't really take it enough serious to the point to where, you know, they don't remember that the client can get bored just as much as you can, or they might not feel motivated as you. You got to keep them motivated. It's basically like your child, bro. Like, you got to keep them motivated. You got to baby them. You got to be there with them like a whole step away. You know, keep them uplifted, making sure they're doing everything right as far as eating, as far as form, as far as breathing, all that. So you got to make sure you stay like right there on.
Man, so you have to be very knowledgeable about your craft,
Yep.
man. Was
Very
the
knowledgeable.
theory aspect of it, was it very difficult?
Kind of, sort of, because some stuff was tricky. And some stuff, like, I just fully understood right out the gate. But what I ran into the most part was stuff that I had never encountered before. Like, one woman had, she had scoliosis, she had arthritis in both knees, and she had a blown rotator cuff, and she had asthma. So that was something that was tough.
That's a combination.
Yeah. So
My God.
you got to know what you can and what you can't do. And for me, I didn't want to take that on because I look at it like, okay, that's a hazard towards me. You can't really do anything because one, you're not. I need to get a form from your doctor saying that you can do this. So that way I won't get in trouble, you
Right.
know, if you hurt yourself
Right.
or whatever. And then two, I need to see if you can actually hold your own or whatever. And I look at it like arthritis is okay. I can do certain things with arthritis. You got a blown rotator cuff that's not not rehabbed or whatever. You got scoliosis, so you can't bend over. And then you got asthma, so that means I can go hard on you, but I can't go as
Can't go
hard.
too hard,
You know what I'm saying? So I told her, you know, water aerobics would be the best thing for her. So, you know, you got to learn how to turn some things away, you know, turn some things down.
Yeah, that sounds like a liability itself.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Man, so once you finish your education and you became certified, right?
Mm-hmm.
You certified personal trainer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what was your process after that, man?
I was excited, so I had a lot of ambition for sure. I was right out the gate with it. I just was, you know, word of mouth. At the time, I think I was using Snapchat at first because I used to work out myself, and then I was going live on Facebook, and then people just started coming in, like coworkers I had, and then, you know, people that knew me already just started flooding in. And honestly, I started off with like 20 clients, like right out the gate, and then I kept growing, and I never forget it, bro. I never forget it. My main client, who was like the face of it, she had to move to Atlanta for her job.
Okay.
And it seemed like it was a domino effect. When she left, everybody left.
Really?
Man, I went from like 30 plus clients to one so fast.
That's crazy, bro. Because at that point, I'm like, well, y'all here for me or for her?
Man, I mean, because I look at it as, I really try to create my atmosphere as like a family thing. That way, you know, everybody is comfortable with each other. There's no type of animosity or nothing like that.
Right.
I make sure all my clients get along or whatever. I try to, you know, make sure that I introduce each other as they come in. If, you know, if it's a new face or something like that. Sometimes I forget because I'm in tune with what I'm doing, and then introduce each other. Like, I try to make sure it's a good atmosphere. But man, when I say it was 3 of them that left. They all worked with each other or whatever. And when they left, man, it all fell apart.
Man, so how did you shake back from that, man?
I mean, it's a mind over matter, you know. I had to shake back for sure. I had to really just dig down deep because I was discouraged. My feelings was hurt, and I had doubts for sure. But well, I just worked with that one client, and like we talked before the cameras came on, which was Mac
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And I worked with Mac the entire time. I made sure I put out his entire process. And when everybody kept saying, what he was doing, how stronger he was getting, how his endurance was getting built, how much weight he was losing, how his skin, his hair, and everything was looking different, they started coming. Like, they was flooding quick.
Transformed him,
Mm-hmm.
man. So that from them being able to follow that journey online, you started to build it back up.
Mm-hmm.
What other techniques did you use to build the clientele?
Uh,
How did you gain?
I was passing out cars at barbershops, at some barbers that I knew, or I was just passing out cars in general. I was going to my mama's job, passing out cars. I was going to like my cousin's job, my old job. I was just passing out cars and stuff like that to keep me alive. And now that I look back on it, I laugh at it because I was so private back then because that was a whole new world for me. I wasn't used to, just talking to people I didn't know and stuff like that. So I don't think I had on there was just my email.
Really? No
Yeah,
phone number?
No phone number, no
Come
nothing.
on,
Just
man.
my email, bro. And I was like, I know I was tripping for real.
Oh, man.
But
No social media, nothing.
no,
Just an
nothing.
email.
Just an email, bro.
Man,
That's
I can
how
only
private I
imagine how
was.
many calls you received. Well, emails you
yeah.
received. Man.
And I was like, dude, I don't know what was wrong with me. I really was tripping. That's just how private I've always been. So, just actually talking to people I didn't know was something new and out of my atmosphere. So, it actually worked though. It wasn't even an email. It was just the simple fact that they knew somebody that knew me and they got in touch with me like that. So that was the way it worked for me. Just people already knowing me.
So I know you had to definitely, man, you had to come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you're not just the biggest people person.
Nah, I'm not.
So how does that work, man, being a physical trainer?
But it take growth.
Yeah.
Me being, me just coming out of that bubble, just me telling myself each and every day, hey, if this something you want to do, you're going to have to, come out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to talk. You're going to have to be, on your P's and Q's when it comes to business, because
Right.
this is business at the end of the day.
Right.
You're going to have to feed yourself and your family off
Right.
of this. So that was the thing. So yeah, I think I took it like one day at a time, and then over as the time, got went over or whatever, I got better and better and better. I still feel like I'm better than I was. I still feel like I have a little more work to do for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. Personal trainers, man, they got to deal with a lot of people.
Yeah.
They got to keep that high energy because,
Yeah.
they paying you to show them how to work out.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of times they paying for your energy. You know what I mean?
They are.
To hold them accountable as well.
Yeah, I get that a lot, the accountability for sure. They all want that because they can't do it themselves.
Nah.
But how my method is, I work with the mind first. So I put you through, when you first start, I put you through a light workout
Okay.
to basically boost your confidence, to make it seem like, you can actually do this. This is going to be fun.
Right.
And the next day is straight slaughterhouse.
Oh, man. You do them like that, man?
Yeah, I got
Tricking
to.
them, ain't you?
Mm-hmm. I got to because
Okay.
I tell them every day in life, in life in general, is not going to be easy. I said, so you got to hold yourself accountable is what you asked me to, right? I'm holding you accountable. I'm putting you through a workout that I know for a fact is going to work. It's going to benefit you and your health so you can be around for your kids, for the long haul. And, for yourself in general so you can feel good about yourself. And then on top of that, I look at it like you have a stressful day at work, spouse may stress you out, whatever the case may be, this is the place right here for you can get all that anger or frustration out, or stress in general. However you feeling that day, this is the place right here that you can get it out, because my all-time goal is to make sure my clients walk away tired and happy. You know what I'm saying? Because they tired when they walking out them gates,
Right.
But they laughing and playing, when they text me, like, you was on that bull, today.
Yeah.
But I appreciate, we
Right.
cracking jokes back and forth. So I like that because of whatever they was going through that day, I helped with that. So I start with the mind first, and then the body, and then of course, the spirit comes. So
Okay.
I make sure I take all those things.
So man, what's the day-to-day routine look like for you, man?
Man, 4:10 a.m. It's my alarm. I get up, I meditate, I drink my lime water, activate my digestive system. Then I take my elderberry, then my multivitamins, and I drink me some tea or whatever. And then I hit the gym. 5 o'clock, that'd be my first session. 6 o'clock, second session. And then after 6 o'clock, I'll go back to the crib, get my son ready for school, take him to school. 7:30, next session. 8 o'clock, next session. 9, 10, and then sometimes 11, sometimes 12. So that's my day-to-day thing every day. So about 11, 12 o'clock hit, taking a shower, I might take a nap or something.
Okay.
Try to rejuvenate myself.
So I'm curious, man. When you were telling about your routine, you start the day off with the fluids.
Mm-hmm.
When do you take in any food, any solids?
I take in my solids after I get done with my 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Like I get something like some oatmeal. I make sure I get a smoothie for sure. I got the little frozen fruit bags. Well, shout out to my old lady. She the one that do all that for me.
Okay.
My girl do everything for me, like when it comes to my food and stuff like that. Cause I might not even eat, cause that's just how busy I be at some days. But she makes sure I get my stuff. So she'll ask me that morning, or that night, what do I want? Do I want a smoothie so I can take it to the gym or something like that? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I eat some oatmeal, or she'll cook for me. Like maybe spinach with some scrambled eggs and turkey sausage, and I eat that. I'm right back out the door.
Okay. So man, once you I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna go back in just a little bit. You got certified. What other steps did you have to take as far as turning your business into a business, turning mind over matter into a business? What did you do?
I had to get my what's the name? What's the name of it? My
LLC?
yeah, I had to get my LLC. So what I did was shout out to Mac on that one, because Mac helped me with that.
Okay.
We did an online thing. That way I sent them my $45 and put in all my information and stuff like that, and they sent me back, this is your business or whatever.
Right.
So basically it's something that's simple, something that's quick, real quick. It don't take very much time at all. So that was the first thing, and then after that I turned my Instagram page into my business page or whatever. But I mainly post on Facebook. So I turned my Facebook into a business page as well. My first Facebook page got hacked, so I had to create a whole new Facebook page, and it's just, strictly workouts, strictly, clients laid out on the ground and stuff like that. So that was the main thing, and then just getting my flyers out there, with my times, the payments, and how they go and stuff like that, and then getting my merch and stuff like that. So I was on it for sure, like coming, really getting with it, and then I had a couple clients get on to me too, because I was playing around a lot too. So about my merchandise and then websites and stuff like that.
So how does your merchandise do?
I haven't even actually dropped any of it yet, but everybody is wanting it.
Really?
Because they see the cutoff sleeve one right there that I brought, and then I have some halter tops as well that I haven't even dropped yet. Nobody even knew about until just now. So
okay, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
What's the hold up, man? We waiting on.
It was hard at first because the person that actually did them, we lost contact or whatever, and it's hard to find somebody to do them out here. And I come across somebody's work, and then I get in contact with them, and then our times just never meet up. So I think that's what it was on my end or whatever. So what I did is Well, so I say what I'm going to do is do it myself. That way I can just go get my own press, learn how to do it myself, and then, you know, I ain't got to worry about anything else.
You guys cut the middleman out.
Yeah.
So, how many clients to date would you say that you're working with?
It's, I say right now, at first I was at like 30, 32 at first, and then I dropped down to 25, and then I got down to 10, because it's cold outside. That'd be the slowest times. But right now I'm back up at 18, so it seems like when I lose clients, I get new clients every time. So I'm back at 18 right now.
What is that cycle like, man, as far as the clients coming and going?
At first, it took a lot out of me. At first it did, but now I kind of understand it, because, you know, it's either they want it or they don't. And then, you know, sometimes, you know, life happens. So some people go through some things that they just can't deal with right now. So they just want to take a break. Or they just don't have the funds to, you know, keep up with it. But right now it doesn't bother me, because it's like I've been doing it so long, it's to the point to where I actually feel when it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to. I just make sure I actually, you know, save my money and stuff like that. That way I won't have to, you know, worry and be in no trouble when the cold time comes.
I got you.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for it in
Mm-hmm.
advance. So you said, so the winter, fall and winter, that season is like the slowest for personal trainers?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know what it is. In my mind, you would think that this will be the time you really grind the most.
Right. So
Because,
you can shine in the
spring and summertime, you know,
Right.
that's when your bathing suits and all the sundresses come out. But that ain't how their mind work. They soon spring hit, that's when all my phone get to blowing up then.
They want to work out.
Yeah. Or they got birthdays coming up or something like that.
I'm wasting the last minute to try to lose 10 pounds.
Bro, it be 10 days or 15 days before their birthday, and they be asking me how much weight can they lose in 15 days. I just tell them, it's up to you, really.
Right.
It depends on you. You're going to have to go on a real strict diet for you to do that in 15 days.
Speaking of diets, man, I don't want to cut you off. So I know you provide the physical fitness part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you provide them any meal plans, or do you leave that to the nutritionist?
I do if they ask, but for the most part, I do try to leave it to the nutritionist, because some diets may not work for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do try to leave it to them. But if they really ask, I actually do it for them, you know, free of charge or whatever. So I try to stay out of that or whatever. Or I get them a grocery list to go get some stuff, something like that. But I try to stay out of it as much as I can when it comes to the actual diet part. I just tell them to make sure they eat clean.
Right.
Stay away from the fried foods. Stay away from, you know, all the fast foods, the restaurants and stuff like that. You can maybe have a cheat day once a week or something, but, you know, some of them, you know, when the weekend comes, they go crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Turn the cheat day into the whole weekend.
Man.
Right.
And you see it come Monday. So whatever they lost that week, and they come back Monday, they done gained it back.
How you keep them disciplined, man? How you keep them focused on the goals?
Well, what I do is I ask them what type of goals is it that they set for themselves, and I tell them to either grab a picture or someone that, you know, motivates them, a woman, their mama, a celebrity, whoever, you know, that they want their body to look like. So that helps sometimes, and I punish them. So if they was to, like I said, I get them a cheat day that once a week. If they was to do it the whole weekend and they come back Monday and I see it, I punish them for it.
How can you tell if they went the whole weekend?
You see it in their energy, in the workout, and then the pudge in their stomach. Yeah, because it's still sitting right there.
So, man, the weekend passed by and you can tell that the weekend was a cheap weekend. The food ain't digested. They probably had too much fast food, too many sugars, and too many carbs. Huh?
Yep, and it's still sitting on.
Still sitting on.
Yep, it don't digest fast. Especially if you was eating clean for such amount of time, and then, you know, you just go all out on the weekend. It's just still sitting there because your body ain't, you know, it's still confused on try to breaking it down already. So it's just sitting there the entire time. You you may, and then I tell people you still got food on you from the weekend. So the food you had this morning or in that lunch is sitting on top of that food that you had from this weekend.
Hasn't digested.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you give them more, give them extra reps.
Oh man, they be straight torture.
Really?
Yeah.
So you lean more on doing a lot of cardio. You do weights.
I do it all.
Do it all.
Mhm.
It's a CrossFit, y'all.
No, I don't do the CrossFit. I do weight training. I do cardio, calisthenics, boxing, yoga, and we might stick some football drills in there and stuff like that. They don't know it's football drills, but
Right.
we'll stick some stuff in there like that.
Okay, I got you, man. Hey, I forgot to touch on this, man. Prior to doing physical training, what were you doing, man?
I was working in the warehouse and driving box trucks, and COVID hit. My job shut down. Then I went into construction. Didn't like construction because of the pay, so that made me go to Amazon because I had experience driving. And then Amazon laid me off. I think within maybe like 3-4 months or something because of COVID. So they say. But I appreciate them for giving me a chance, opportunity to work for them or whatever. But they the ones that made me start full time actually. So I appreciate them actually.
Yeah, that's what you appreciate them for, man.
Yeah.
For firing you.
Yeah.
To be honest, push
Mm-hmm.
you into your purpose, man.
Yep.
Man, that's what's up. So, man, what ways do you use to retain your clients to keep them coming back?
I keep a friendly atmosphere as far as like I feel like all my clients is like my family. Like I have a lot of sisters and then aunties and stuff like that. So I try to make sure the atmosphere is cool. And I also keep them, like I keep up with them on a day-to-day basis. I try to keep up with them on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to lie. But then they'll see me like, no, you don't.
Right.
But I try to keep up with them on a day-to-day basis. And then, I may send them, like, we have some deep conversations sometimes, me and my clients, because of what they're going through. So I try to be as much as a big brother or a family member in general as possible. So, and then on top of that, I just try to make it fun. We have a lot of laughter going on too, so I feel like that breaks the ice, because they already coming in with doubt. So they don't really know they want to do this. They don't know if they can do this. So by me kind of breaking that barrier and making it fun, joking with them and stuff, that makes it fun for them. So they actually come back.
Got you. Man, who are some of the physical fitness trainers that you look up to, man? You got any mentors that you look to for guidance?
My first one that I ever came across was Daryl Ellis, which was actually my trainer. He was my boxing coach, and he was like giving me the ropes way before I even thought about training. And then Omar Bolden, he out of Cali, and of course I can't even think of his name right now. I can't believe it. Mike Rashid. Those are the three that actually I look to because they some animals, man. And especially Omar Bolden. I feel like we're in the same field as far as training because of the stuff that he do with his clients and the same I do with mine.
Man, so is the training part of it? Is it very profitable?
Yeah, it is. It definitely can be. I feel like you just have to know what you're doing. It's some work for sure. I just think if you just keep putting that work in, then it'll actually come out profitable for you. But I feel like if you just lazy and stuff like that, and you ain't really trying to put the leg work in, then it won't be. But I try to make sure when I'm pricing that it's a fair price or whatever. Because when I first started out, it was just, I think I was charging people like $65, $75 or something like that for a month.
That's for a month?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then, it's big. The more clients I got and the better I got, the more I seen my results play off, the more I went up on my prices, but I make sure my prices are fair for sure, and I know you're gonna get a bang out of your book. So I try not to go over the head with the prices. I know some people do because of whatever they might have a bigger facility and stuff like that. So I think they charge that price just for the simple fact they got to pay their rent and feed their families or whatever. But like I tell people, I try to treat it like American Gangster with the Blue Magic.
Yeah.
That's how I try to do it. I feel like a good price will actually have them coming your way. So more clients come, the better the profit for sure.
And then especially when you providing good quality service,
Yeah.
man, it'll sell itself.
Yeah.
Do you have any mentees, man? Any guys up under you that you're teaching them the ropes?
Let me see. No, I had one, but she went off and started doing her own thing, which I big up to her.
Right.
No hard feelings at all. But she would call me on a regular. We would chop it up on what she should, and what she shouldn't do. Making sure their form and everything is just on point. Like I used to tell her, you want to be strategic with your clients. Like you have to be on them for sure, because you don't want, man, it could be something just so smaller tweak, and like they won't be feeling the same because of their body ain't what it was when they was younger, or just the simple fact that they just don't feel right, or they just uncomfortable, and then they just automatically point the finger at you. So you really want to be careful. And they got their life in my hands, so I used to make sure I tell her that. So but she doing good for herself for sure, because she training right now too. So
That's good.
yeah, I still be watching and stuff. She don't know I be watching, but I definitely be watching.
That's what's up, man. Let me ask you this. So, besides in the beginning when you lost that one, you say it was one client or three clients left at the same time?
3 left at the same time.
Okay, and then just kind of like it was a domino effect. You start losing client after client, right? Besides that, what other trials and tribulations have you had to endure since you started your own business?
Me just waking up and not having it that day. Me just second guessing. Can I really do this? Is this something that I'm really supposed to be doing? Is it really worth it? Just that battle within or whatever. I feel like I've had that battle maybe all year. I'll say that. I've had that battle all year because it was real tough. Let me see, I think December 24th of last year, I got my truck stole. I had all my equipment in my truck. I had all type of stuff in my truck, my backpacks, all the type of fitness equipment I had, money, wallet, all that, man, just gone. And then, like I said, I lost my job right after that. So I was down bad after that. So mentally, and then, with COVID was going on, I was losing family members left and right. So mentally, I really did not have it. I was not focused. I even got out of shape a little bit. I ain't gonna say a little bit, a lot. And I think my son was the one that actually got me through it for sure. Just seeing him smile and still, and telling me to be all right was my breaking point, me getting myself back together. And me just saying, I come from, trials and tribulations, so I feel like this is just another obstacle that I need to overcome. So that's why I say mind over matter has definitely been a lifestyle for me, because it's always been mind over matter for me. So I've always had trials and tribulations. I've always had issues just come up out of nowhere, and it just affect me and affect the family, affect, the people I was around. And I just feel like I just always had to overcome things. So I've been overcoming things since I was 13. So it's a lifestyle for sure.
No stranger to adversity, man.
Yeah.
A lot of hurdles might come up in life, but we got to jump over them.
So I try to tell people, man, like, no matter how hard life get, you got to keep fighting for sure, because it's always something good on that other side.
Right.
Once you keep fighting.
And it's worth it.
Yeah, and don't lay down.
Right. Yeah, stand up and fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up and fight, my brother. So, what is training that the only business endeavor that you're involved in right now? Do you have some other things going on?
Yeah, training is the only thing I'm involved in right now. I mean, I have some other things in mind as far as, you know, my clothes and stuff like that. And I want to get into stocks and stuff. So I want to get into investing. And, well, I've already invested. I invested in to Nike and stuff like that. But I want to get into stocks as well. You know, try to learn that real, so I could, you know, have some cushion to do some other things.
I got you.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. You do it right, it can be lucrative, man.
Yeah.
Making the right decisions and being strategic with it.
Yes, sir.
For sure, for sure. So I'm curious, man. What words of encouragement would you give anyone listening that's wanting to branch off into personal training or start their own business? What would you tell them?
Make sure it's something that you want to do. And if you're gonna do it, put your best foot forward. Don't mind the naysayers, because, you know, they don't understand your journey and what you're trying to do. So you know, don't worry about, you know, what the outside people are talking about. And be strategic. Actually have a plan and execute your plan day to day. And have a complete circle and support system. You know, those negative, I call them negative Nancy's. You know, them negative Nancy's, you got to get rid of them.
You do.
And save your money, for sure. Like, if being an entrepreneur is something that you want to do, you have to save your money. Save your money and put it back into your business to make it lucrative for yourself.
Words of wisdom, most definitely, man. So, any future endeavors that you have coming up? Anything special coming up with Mind Over Matter that you wanna share with the world?
Yeah, I'm looking for a building right now. So once I actually find me a building, then we all gas, no brakes.
Okay,
For sure.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main thing I've been working on right now, is trying to find a building, trying to go ahead and, you know, find my little torture shop. You know what I'm saying?
That man say my torture shop.
Yeah.
Be torturing them people.
Yeah,
man.
I tell them every day, kill or be killed. Which
Okay.
one you want?
Right.
You gonna kill or you be killed? Which one? And majority of the time they be killed, they be laid out. So that's
Man,
fun.
that's what's up, man. I can see, I can sense the passion, man, that you have
Yeah.
for your craft, and that's amazing. That's amazing, man.
Yes, sir.
So to everyone listening, man, how can you be reached, man? How can they contact you?
You can get in contact with me on Facebook, Corey Bester, Corey, Corey, Bester, B as in boy, Ester, and on Instagram, Deshawn, DESHAWN _ stay flexing. Those are the two things you can get, you know, see me the most or whatever. So if y'all are, you know, wanting to get a little work in, you know, DM or inbox.
Get tortured, man.
You know what
That
I'm
man
saying?
say get tortured.
Yeah, get your body right. Get your mind and body right.
Man, most definitely, man. Anything that you would like to share with the world, man, before we tune off?
Just stay tuned. I'm coming. If you don't know about me now, you're going to hear about me for sure. I'm coming.
That's what's up, manifestations, man. We speaking into existence, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for taking time out, coming to be with us, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man, for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
365, no sleep. Wake up. 365, no sleep. Wake up. 365.